welcome back to my channel. That sounded weird. Sorry. Let's. Okay, these are cute, but can we do a little purple? That's not what I had in mind. Pinkish. I guess we can do that one. Okay. I have a special guest with me today. I have my Ruru. Look at Ruru. So, before anybody asks me, oh, where'd you get Ruru? Walmart. I got it from Walmart. It's really cute. I've been at him for a while. This is okay. So I'm gonna do Reddit stories again, but I don't know if I have like the courage to do scary ones, scary stories or whatever. But I'm gonna have Ruru with me. I always have Ruru with me when I go to sleep. Yes, his name is Ruru. Are you Ruru? I know his name is Guru or whatever his name is, but I call him Ruru. Say hi, Ruru. He said hi. So Ruru is gonna be on my side right over here. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is I'm gonna light up a candle. Get in the water. I don't know why, but Epic the musical is just stuck in my head. If you hear this chair crickling and crackling, I promise you it's not because I'm big. It's because it's an old chair and he won't throw it out. He as in my brother will not throw it out. I told everybody I'm filming a video, please do not blow me up. And what are they doing? Blowing me up. Anyways, we're going to light up the spring candle. I am going to see if I like the smell when it's like, why the heck was I about to say blown up? Girl, when it's lit up, excuse me. We gonna test it out. See, I try to be quiet and that happens. Girl, bye. I almost burned my finger. I did burn my finger, not almost. Lord of mercy. Okay, a little. So we have a little candle going. ASKA. I'm gonna eat snacks here and there because I haven't had a proper dinner. I never do. And that's the thing about like people and big people. They're like, oh, you're always eating. No, girl. Not really. I wish I was always eating. Well, not really. Not wish, but you know. And I'm sorry about my huffing and puffing. I'm a big girl. Cheers. Before anybody talks shit, when you having a guy, me do that. No, shut your mouth. It's freaking lemonade. It says, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. Does it have it on the other side? It does have it on the other side. It's just, you can't see shit in here, damn. But just trust me, it says it's a bunch of hocus pocus and it looks like what is that word? It just looks what it looks like. I can't think of it right now, I'm sorry. That's some good soup. Where did that meme even come from? I'm sorry, I'm so like por todo lado. I know that was not me. I know that wasn't my bag. I know that wasn't my big boy. I know it, but I'm sorry. Okay, Ruru, you're getting my nerve. Ruru, you're going over there. Ruru, how to get out of my way. Let's add a little bit of lotion to ourselves before we start. I really should have left that Carmex alone over here, but I did not. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, you smell so good. You hear how ashy I sound? If this chair does not shut up, oh my god. Okay. We got the candle going, we got the little light going, we got the LED going in the back. Okay, my nightgown says kisses and cuddles. Kisses and cuddles, I think. Do you hear this damn chair? Girl, this chair. I'm gonna be like Samara from TikTok. This chair is fat phobic. It wouldn't do that with the skinny girl. Let me stop. That girl has lost her damn mind. Did y'all see what she has said? Oh, Navy, I know that's not girl, just say you're big and you hate that you're big and you want to lose some weight, but you can't lose some weight, and then yeah, that's it. Cause she goes to every store and she's ripping clothes off, thinking that they're gonna fit her. Girl, how the hell you gonna think that little ass thing is gonna fit your big and behind? Girl, bye. And then watch, you gonna be like, oh, you're fat phobic too, bitch. I am fat. How am I gonna? How is a fat person gonna be fat phobic? What? Like that makes no sense. Anyways, oh, she pisses me off, y'all. I'm sorry. I was about to say AIDS. Girl, I have ADHD, so I talk about this and that and this and that. Oh my god, there's a fucking guitar right here. I don't know what the fuck that. I don't know what my brother had going on before he left. You see how I can't stay focused. Okay. So I went on Reddit and I guess this is let's not meet stories. So this is gonna be my first one. It's called The Old Man on the Beach. This was posted 3 days ago by T_Robbie. Okay. I need to this fucking chair, bro. I need to position myself correctly so I can read this. Okay. So this story took place when I was 16 in parentheses, he is currently 22, male. Okay. Was only 16. It's important for this story to note that I look like a very young 16-year-old. I'm kind of smart at this point. I've got no whisper of facial hair on my face, and I have a very young looking face and body overall. I live in France and in Paris, suburbs, but every year it was kind of a ritual for me and my grandparents to go on vacation in Brittany and during summer near the coast. Every time a different location. It's also important to point out that my grandparents were already pretty old at this point, so I was used to doing things like hiking or going to the beach alone when it was too far away, so as I didn't want them to be exhausted all the time. Okay, I don't know. So this time we were staying in a little holiday resort near the sea, so my grandparents could easily go read on the beach if they wanted to while I was swimming or going on adventures alone. For the first time, I got myself really interested in a small island that you could see from the beach, and I talked to some locals about it. They told me how beautiful it was and that you could take a ferry to go there, but just a small portion of the island was authorized, and there was even a whole beach that was not visible for the coast, and that was in that forbidden area. When I asked them about it, they said that the police technically forbids people to go to that part of the island that's not visible for the coast, as to go to this side you either have to swim in deeper water or climb rocks. There also are no roads for police cars to drive on this side of the island, so if you have a problem, they can't really get to you as quickly. But they told me that many people don't care and go to this side even if it's forbidden, because the beach there is bigger and there are fewer people. I'm gonna say this shit, that's how white people shit. If you go over there, you gonna go over there, watch. From there, that was it for my 16-year-old self. I wanted to go to this island, so the next morning I told my grandparents about it. They first said no because they were afraid I couldn't make it before the last ferry, but I reassured them that I would do my best to take the second to last ferry. So if I know what the word is, but I just don't know if you say ferry or ferry. I'm pretty sure it's ferry. So if I missed it, I would have to wait for the last one. Then they said yes. So after a morning exploring the town with my grandparents, I finally got to the ferry and arrived at the island at around 4 p.m. Quotation marks, the last ferry to get back to the coast was around 7:30 p.m. I immediately searched for the first beach, the legal one, from which you could climb or swim to the other one, and there I was, climbing barefoot on sharp-edged seconds and set foot to the ground before returning to climbing. And the last micro beach was really actually midway to a forbidden beach was bigger than the others and had some sort of little cave. Not really deep, maybe 3 meters deep, but just enough so you don't see much of texture of the walls because of the darkness, if that makes sense. I survived the forbidden beach. I'm so sorry. I can't see very well with these glasses. I need new glasses. These are expired. I'm sorry if I mess up my words or anything like that. So it says I arrived at the forbidden beach, and I was told there was not many people, mostly teenagers and groups of friends and couples in their 20s laying next to each other on beach towels. I stayed there for about 45 minutes swimming and laying in sand doing whatever when I saw an old man who seemed to suffer from severe back pain considering his loneliness, arched posture, and hands placed on his lower back. I naturally said hi to him as he walked past me and smiled and didn't really think about it because it was natural for me to say hi to an old man who seemed to be in pain. He nodded like a nice grandpa and continued walking. Then I gathered my stuff from the beach and prepared myself to leave when I noticed he stared at me from a distance and seemed to try to gawk if I came with friends or not. He saw I noticed him and strangely smiled, and I said hi to him again, trying to make the situation less awkward and move on. Grandpa needed a ass whooping. From there, the nightmare begins. Oh God. I start climbing back to the rocks, heading to the legal beach. At first, all seems normal, but after like 5 minutes of climbing, I noticed some noise behind me. Little rocks dropping in the water below, and faint breathing. So I look back and see nothing at first, but I stay still. I see him, the old man, climbing behind me from a 5 meter distance. I completely freeze, surprised to see him, and I say hi again. I know that's kind of ridiculous at this point, but I've always been such an introvert. I don't know what to say, lol. But this time he responds something that could have translated as, "Oh, you're such a polite little boy, aren't you?" And he smiles at me with the strangest smile I've seen from an old man. And then I go back to climbing faster, not saying anything and not realizing at first what's happening, when I remember wasn't this old creep arcing his back like crazy just 10 minutes ago. And also, to get to the forbidden beach in the first place, you either have to climb rocks or walk in relatively deep waters. That's why there were only young people at the beach. How would an old man in pain even be here? Ooh, I got goosebumps. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm making faces because I'm reading it and I'm just like, run. Okay, as I realized that, I noticed he is getting closer, so I accelerate even more. After some time, I saw him climbing down, so I figured it is too much for this old body and get kind of relieved. But then I noticed him placing himself right below me in the water, trying to grab my feet to pull me down with him. Mind you, all that time I'm too stunned to move, seeing this man in his 60s try to pull me down to his level in the water to do God knows what with me. It's when I began climbing again, after what seemed like an eternity, shaking, that I noticed him just stopping to try to grab my feet and just follow me with open arms in my direction. saying shit like, come on, little one, come to me. But I'm going really fast, and after 30 seconds or so, I don't hear him anymore. So it means either he has another plan or he just gave up chasing me. Now I'm back on the Forbidden Beach. I find a random couple and I explain the situation and ask if I can stay with them because I don't feel safe. They tell me, yes, you can stay if you want, but we won't pretend we're your parents or help you find a house to sleep in though. And they don't even seem to believe me at this point, but I don't care. I ask them if they're going to take the ferry too. They tell me that they are, and basically from there, I never talk to them again. I just follow them in silence to the ferry and finally get the last one. When I got back to the resort, I didn't tell my grandparents right away. Instead, I called my friends in a group chat, laughing it off and minimizing the incident as if it were just a funny, weird story. But I can tell by the reaction that it clearly was not a funny story and that something horrible could have happened to me. And just then, I realized how truly terrified of the situation I even were. Okay, now everybody in my family kind of knows the story, and sadly, I've come to realize almost everyone I know has a creepy story like this to some extent, which I find really sad and upsetting. But yeah, this was a story of when I met this old man at the beach in Brittany and told that old creep I say let's never ever meet again. That was crazy. Okay, the minute that I would have seen a grandpa chase after me, oh yeah, it's done with. This one isn't as long. It's called Unnerving Bus Experience. Oh my god, I have a story myself about a bus experience that I had. Let me tell you my story and then I'm gonna read this one. So when I was like, this was like 2 or 3 years ago, right? I used to work, if you don't know, I used to work at Dollar Tree, right? And I can't stand the smell of this candle, so I'm gonna turn it off. Like it's too strong. But what's it called? If you've noticed, if you know from my other videos, I used to work at Dollar Tree, right? I would have to like get on certain buses and stuff to get to my job and to get back home, right? I would have to ride one bus. It wasn't that much, but I had to go on one bus, okay? So hold on. Sorry, I had to sit up because I slouch a lot. But anyways, so what's it called? What the fuck is wrong with this thing? Okay, but anyways, here's my fucking story, and this till this day I still like think that I see him every other time, and it's not him. I think either like or he's in jail or something, because it was like a homeless guy kind of thing. So I had just finished my shift, right? Mind you, if you ever worked at Dollar Tree, you do like a minimum of like 4 hours. So I got on the bus, right, to come back home. I get on the bus and there's this like weird guy. And mind you, I don't judge people. Even if you're a homeless person and you decide to sit next to me, I'm not gonna be like, ew, move, get out my seat. No, I don't judge people based on what they wear, or how they smell, or anything like that. So this guy was all the way in the back. So when you sit all the way in the back, it's mainly like people. See, and this is me being judgmental because it might not be everybody, but not everybody might think like me. But for me, from like high school experience, people who sit in the back are normally like troublemakers, and people who think that they're cool, whatever. So I never tried to sit in the back, but there was like 4 empty seats in the back, so I was tired. We don't get to sit down and when you work at Dollar Tree, so I was just like, mind you, and it was a holiday. I think it was like it was Valentine's Day. It was either Valentine's Day or it was some holiday, like a big holiday. So I go all the way to the back, and if I'm looking off, it's because I'm trying to remember everything. I go back over there, I go to the back, and I sit down, right? I sit down, and the creepy man is already like staring at me. He's just like literally staring at me like that, and I'm just like, okay. So I plop my AirPods in, and I'm over here listening to music or whatever, right? I'm listening to AOA. They used to be my girls. Oh my god, we gonna have a K-pop talk too. Don't worry about it. So I'm sitting there, and plus size girl, but a man will always be stronger than a woman. In my perspective, a man, even if I'm like 4 times bigger than a man, the man is always going to be stronger. And I say that because of the shit that I've been through. I'm not going to say too much, but because of the stuff that I've been through, that's been like stuck in my head. Okay, so I feel really uncomfortable. So I get off the bus at the station, right? Because there's my job is here. There's a station here, and then my house is here. So I get off the station, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait for another bus. I'd rather be more comfortable going home than feeling like this man is gonna follow me home. So I get off the bus. Obviously, he gets off the bus too, right? So I'm just like, okay, it's still like it was just like the morning shift that I had done. So I was just like, you know what? There's a Sally's Beauty store around the station. Let me go ahead and go get some hair dye because I wanted to dye my hair red. So I went to Sally's Beauty shop. He followed me there, and so I bought my stuff. I didn't notice him. I bought my stuff. I came out the store. Once I'm coming out the store, this man, he's like, hey, 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 you, hey. So I turned around and I'm like, what? And he's like, hey, you got any money I can have? I'm like, nah, I'm sorry, I don't carry no cash. He's holding an empty like grocery bag, like the plastic grocery bags, right? Before they did all this, like bring your own bag or whatever. So what did this man do? Girl, he lost his fucking mind. So this is the grocery bag, right? This is me. He was. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Bagels. And he hit me with the grocery bag, so it hit me like literally my chest area, like right here. So the bag hit me right there. Obviously there's nothing in the bag, so it didn't hurt or anything. But I looked at him and I was like, are you dumb? I was like, what the fuck is your issue? Why the fuck did you just hit me? Why did you hit me? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? So he was like, man, shut the fuck up, bitch. You don't even have money to give me. So I was like, what the fuck? And so I was like, okay, bet. So I start calling 911, right? Because I don't play with that. Because I'm now, if he's disrespecting me, now I want to put my hands on you. So I called 911. Why the fuck does it take? Well, okay, off topic, but why the fuck when you call 911, you gotta wait like 5 to 10 minutes for somebody to answer? Like what? When I tell you what my stepdad, okay, this is going into my personal life. My stepdad had a heart attack. My mom had called me and said, your stepdad is not responding, he's not moving, he's not breathing, I don't know what to do. I called my brother, I hanged up on my mom, called my brother, I told my brother, call 911, put it on speaker and start giving him CPR. He was like, okay, what's going on? I'm like, Lito, go in that room. Oh, I said his name. I was like, Tito, go in that room, start doing CPR and call 911 and put it on speaker. I called my mom again, and then I hear my brother in the background. Why the fuck did the operator say, oh, the next person who can assist you is going to answer the phone in 5 minutes? Girl, what? So I told my brother, I was like, keep going. It doesn't matter if you don't see him moving or anything, just keep going. Finally somebody answered, and when I tell you, when I came home to my house, because I was at work, when I came here, there was like 20 cops outside, 4 ambulances, about 16 different types of cars, police officers everywhere. They put caution tape around the entrance of my fucking house, so nobody would enter. And I'm just like, did he have a heart attack, or was this a crime scene? Like, what in the world? So I waited it out. I didn't give a fuck. I was following this man in the parking lot, looking like a crazy ass woman, and I was like, I'm calling the police. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Call the police, you stupid ugly bitch. And I was just like, okay, cool. So I kept following him, and then finally somebody answered. And I was just like, hey, yeah, I was just assaulted by this guy because he had asked me for money and I didn't give him money, so he hit me with the bag. And the guy was just like, where are you located, ma'am? And I was like, I'm at this station. And he was like, okay, we'll set someone out. That police officer was not playing games, because so the police officer came, right, and then he walked over to me and said, what's going on? I'm like, he just asked me for money and I didn't have no money because I don't carry cash like that. And I told him, I was like, oh, I don't have any money. So he whacked me with the bag that he's holding, and he was like, oh, you ugly bitch. And then I added some shit, and I was like, he tried to spit on me too. Like he went and like he was trying to spit on me. So the police officer was like, oh, okay. So the police officer went after him. This man started running, and so then I was just like, you know what? Let me just go the fuck home. And that they didn't do anything to him because I left. So if you are being harassed, assaulted, or anything, stay there with the police officers until they tell you, do you want to press charges, or this is gonna happen, because I'm pretty sure because I left, nothing happened. When I tell you, for the next 3 months, that man harassed me every single time he saw me on the bus. He'll be like, oh, that ugly ass bitch just got in his bus with her ugly ass glasses, her fat ass, da 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 da. Like, he harassed me every single fucking time. But the one time that he harassed me real bad was my brother was in there with me, and I'm older than my brother. I'm the older sibling. I ain't no punk ass bitch. So he was saying some reckless shit on the bus, and I was like, I'll smack this shit out of you. Get the fuck out the bus. Get the fuck out the bus. And the bus driver was like, you two continue. You guys gonna get kicked out. And I'm like, but you let this. I was like, hey, you shut the fuck up and drive the bus because you letting him talk shit. But when I wanna fucking respond and retaliate, oh, I see you gonna get kicked off the bus. I was like, nah, bitch, fuck that. And so then he was like, shut the fuck up, you ugly fat bitch. And I was like, I'd rather be an ugly fat bitch than a broke ass motherfucker who's asking people, oh, you got $1, spare change. Yeah, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. And so then my brother's never seen me be aggressive like that. So my brother was like, leave my sister the fuck alone before I punch you. She's a woman, I'm a man, I'll hit you. Mind you, my brother was like, what, 17, 18 around the time. And my brother, I've never seen my brother stand up for anybody or myself or anything. It's not because he's not a man or anything. It's because there's never been a situation that I need defending, because I don't cause no problems with nobody. So I'm just like, bro, get the fuck on. Like, get the fuck on. And so then after a while, I didn't see him for a while, right? And then I saw him again, and then he was like, he apologized and everything. And so around this time, I was talking to some guy that that hanged out around the station a lot, right? Because like it's funny because this was back before I met my ex. I was single, so I was on Facebook dating, right? And me and him, we swiped on each other or whatever. And he's like, oh, I always see you at the station. You work at the Dollar Tree too. And I was just like, oh yeah, I do. I was like, yeah, I do. And I remember him coming to the store before, and I thought he was handsome or whatever. So I'm sorry, excuse me. So like, fast forward, he was just like, what's going on? Like, that guy follows you or something. He's like, he had asked me, he's like, are you talking to that guy or something? I was like, no, he's always harassing me and shit. And he was like, you want me to handle it? And I'm like, what do you mean by handle it? He's like, mommy, do you want me to handle it? And I was just like, please handle it, because this man has been harassing me for like, it was around like 4 months now. And he's like, I got you, mommy. I never saw that man again. I promise you, on everything I love and care about, I never saw that man ever again. And I don't even want to think about what happened. In my mind, I'm thinking, he's just in jail. He's in jail. I don't think that guy did anything. But then again, he had texted me like a week afterwards, and he's like, mommy, I handled that little situation you had going on. Let's go on a date. And so we went on a date and everything. He was real cool and everything, but it was like, we were too different. He was more of like a toxic guy, and more of like I don't want to say like a drug, but like he associated himself with things that I would normally not associate myself with. So we were different in that aspect, and like whenever we talked, I would hear things that was just like, oh, I'm not affiliating myself with this, nah. But before we stopped talking, I told him, I was like, I really am thankful for everything. And he's like, yeah, mommy, no, I got you. Even, nothing happened between us. We still friends. I still care about you. I got you. If you need anything to be handled, you let me know. Give me the name. Send me a picture of the person. I got you, mommy. And I was like, thank you, Bubs. I was like, thank you, Bubba. And then, like, we've talked. Last time we spoke was before I started dating my now ex. That was like really the last time that we had spoken, and he was like mainly like checking up on me and stuff. And he was like, I haven't seen you in a while, mama, is you okay? I was like, I'm okay, Bubs, I just don't go down there no more. Cause the whole situation happened with Dollar Tree where I got fired, and then exposing the Dollar Tree, yeah. pretty sure nobody's gonna like see this little like clip that I'm doing. Not the little clip, but like this little section because people like to fall asleep around now. Shit, I know I do. But I want to say thank you so much for 35 subscribers, and I wish I can go and look at all 35 subscribers and just personally say your name and just shout you out and thank you so much, and like thank you for liking my videos. And if you're just watching my videos and you're not like subscribed or anything, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna be like go subscribe, go like, go comment, all of that. Normally I would say go comment because I do want to read comments. I love comments. Like, that's one thing about me. I like to communicate with people. I'm an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. I love to talk to people. Okay, yeah, but forever, if I could film videos for like a living, I literally would. I would literally talk for hours on hours on hours. I've been talking for 32 minutes already. And most of my videos are like 40 to like, most of my videos are 30 plus minutes because I don't like short videos. It's just like keep talking. That was my story. And then yeah, with my busting, and then I want to say thank you to the subscribers, people who are subscribed. Thank you. It means so much. I literally had to like, I was like, and I had to look at it again, and I was like, let me get out. I cleaned up my little screen thing, and then I went back to YouTube again, and it was like 35 subscribers, and I'm just like, oh my god, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god, thank you, people like me. When I say people like me, okay, this is gonna be like a little like sad, but growing up, not a lot of people liked me. Oops, I'm so sorry. Not a lot of people liked me because I really didn't talk to people. Like, I wasn't confident with myself, and not because of how I look, but because of how I sounded. I had an accent. I did not know English that much. People were just like, it was bothering. I understand though. It was bothersome to speak to someone who didn't really speak the language correctly. And even now, I still stumble on my words. I still, what's that word? I stutter a lot. I put the emphasis like not letters, I guess on the wrong thing for certain words. That's my neighbors, they're fixing something. So like yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to like talking and stuff, but I like to express how I feel, express everything that I can. So yeah, I just want to say thank you. I'm gonna read this last story and then I'm gonna call it a night. It's like 5 or 6, I guess. My ex is calling me right now. Sorry, Papas, I'm not answering you. I'm filming a video. Okay, I'm gonna read this and then we're done. It says, 35 male. Okay, it's a grown person. Take the bus to and from work because honestly, who has the money for gas and insurance these days? It's fine. I don't even mind it. This morning though was a completely different story. This was 5 days ago. Oh God. It says there's this guy at the stop talking to himself. I couldn't make out what he was saying since I had AirPods in, and I was just watching YouTube. I noticed he's bleeding on his leg, and he asked if he can use my phone. I hesitated for a second, but let him dial, mostly because the dude was covered in gang tattoos, complete with the teardrops on his face, and you let that man use your phone. He calls 988. The operator asks if he's with someone safe, and he goes, yes, with my boyfriend. Then he leans into me, grabs my hand, interlocks our fingers, and casually mentions he's tripping on meth. He proceeds to tell the operator he took a massive shit right behind the McDonald's up the road and threw his boxers in the trash so he couldn't be charged as a pedophile. Meanwhile, he lets go of my hands and starts tracing up and down my chest and stomach. He hangs up the phone and asks if I'm GY. I tell him no, that I'm Ace. What the heck is Ace? He leans in and literally kisses my neck. I backed up and he goes, what's wrong? I just said it was unexpected. Again, I'm not actively pushing him back here because I am not trying to get shot or stabbed at the bus stop. Then he asked if I'm close with my friends and family. I said yeah. And then is there anything He asked to walk with him. He asked me to walk with